What is going on, everybody? We are, of course, live for Game Week 15. Chelsea game has already happened. Chelsea beat Newcastle 3-1. Great result for those of you that captain Hazard. I did say in the last stream that Hazard was the best captain choice. So if you did pick Eden Hazard, congratulations to you. We've got the other games playing today. Sadio Mane not starting for Liverpool. That's a big one. Otherwise, lineups are pretty standard. However, the results at the moment as they stand, Swansea are beating Stoke City. Wilfred Bonney with the goal in that one. Watford are beating Spurs with Kabasele scoring. So any Tottenham defenders that, if anyone's stupid enough to still have them, like me, they don't have a clean sheet anymore, as the Stoke. And unfortunately, Leicester have scored against Burnley. So I know a bunch of people have Burnley players in their side. Unfortunately for us, Burnley will not be getting a clean sheet, but I'm still hoping that Pope can get a lot of saves from this game. But I have Hazard on the pitch for me, so 12 points scored for my first player playing this game week. We've got Salah, Abraham, Firmino, Kane. Oh, is Abraham actually starting? That's nice to see. Didn't realise Abraham started, hadn't seen that lineup yet. Richarlison, in fact, apart from Otamendi and Pogba, all my players are playing pretty much right now. So I'm hoping for a big score, and I'm hoping Kane can step his game up. And that was an accident, but just in case you guys wondered, I do have some new merchandise that you can grab from the Teespring store. It is Join the Flock with the Flock Bird. I'm not sure what I'm calling him yet, but that is now a mascot for the channel and for the streams, with Join the Flock on the actual shirt. So if you want to rep the Flock, there is a t-shirt for that. So let's get straight into the chat. This is going to be a bit more relaxed than usual because there are games going on. I do have BT Sports Score on my iPad to the left. Hopefully you can't hear that on the actual stream. And James Cartwright, very pleased with himself for captaining Hazard. I mean, that's 2 weeks in a row I've got it right, isn't it? So far, so I'm quite proud of myself. Unfortunately, my captain armband's still on Kane because I was busy this morning. Again, as usual, I may have changed my captain to Hazard this morning, but damn it, didn't do it, so that's my own fault. Fire Talk also has Hazard as captain. Ismail Mayet hoping for Salah to do the work today. Didn't have money for Hazard from Razavator. Unfortunately, that's an issue that quite a few people had. Immortal Rapids, this is just, you know what, I'm off for the weekend and people have asked me to stream during the 3 o'clock fixtures. So we're giving it a go, we're seeing how it works. That is what we're doing today. Shashank changed captain last minute from to Kane from Hazard. I feel sorry for you, Shashank. It looks like a bunch of people went with my advice though. Innocent Menemo got Hazard as captain as well. Immortal Rapids had Morata as captain, which isn't too bad. Quinton Jansen, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you in the chat. Fire Talk watching Watford Spurs. TP Football Analysis doesn't know what to do. He's watching Final Score, Radio Hereford FC. So, and then me as well. Wow. Still drinking after last night. It's my weekend off. It's my birthday weekend, by the way, guys. So, my birthday's actually on Monday, but it's my weekend off because it's next to my weekend. Apparently, Watford have a penalty, according to Viali Wright. Viali Wright says no clean sheets for him. If Kane scored, we riot, or Salah. If either of those score, I'll be a very, very happy man. Shashank is currently on 25 points because of his captaincy choice. Fire Talk, no Burnley in my team. Glad to see no clean sheet for them, as all my mini league have at least one. Hey, last night I didn't actually wake up, TP, feeling that bad. So Quinton Jansen, I'm midstream but will be fully active in 2 hours time. Have Haddis as my captain, yes, currently on. Alan Arjadinovic is on 36 points already. That is a fantastic, fantastic start to your game week, mate. Salah is captain for TP. No worries, TP. If you're busy watching something else, then feel fine to watch something else. I might try and stream Monday. I don't know yet if I will, because it is my birthday. My wife may have something planned. I don't know. Thank you, though, TP, and thank you, Wham Red. Happy birthday in advance. Much appreciated. Sorry, there's an equaliser somewhere, but it's no game that we're concerned about. Ajoy Ramanan. Silva, Alonso out for Hazard and Mustafi. I'd say that's a good move. Hazard looks like a player that's needed in your teams at the moment, and Mustafi definitely looks like an integral part of that Arsenal defence, so I would definitely consider having him. Josh96 switched to Kane this morning as well. Kane still has time to prove to us that he can get the job done with the captain's armband. I've got my fingers crossed with you, Josh96. Ismail Mayet currently on top of his school league. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyone that captained Hazard, you're welcome. I told everyone my brain was saying Hazard was the good captaincy choice, and he's come up with a great score. There might be someone better this game week, but at least your captain has returned, and you can pretty much coast the rest of the game week already. No worries, Siraj, if you can't hang around for the stream. This is just something I'm trying because people have mentioned to do it before. Firetog saying no penalty in that game. Thank you very much for the update, Firetog. Nothing's coming up on BT's score, so doesn't look like there's going to be a penalty in that game. Not really sure what to talk about because I think all of our attention will be on the fixtures, so it all depends what's happening in the games. If something really happens, then we can discuss it. I can't, of course, see any of the goals. Hopefully that isn't too loud, my BT Sports score. There we go, nice and quiet. So, I want an update from everyone that hasn't let me know so far. How are you doing this game week so far? Josh96 asked from Game Week 16, do you think Otamendi to Christensen and Mustafi is a good move due to fixtures? Game Week 16 onwards, let's have a look at the fixture line ticker. Man City do have Man United and Tottenham, but then Swansea, Bournemouth, Newcastle around those fixtures, so it's not awful, but Chelsea and Arsenal do have great fixtures. I'd say Chelsea still have a good run of 5 fixtures even after today's game against Newcastle. So I'd say especially Chelsea, definitely worth looking at. Viali, right, no worries, mate. Sometimes I'm live streaming and I'm got told by my phone that Otamendi scored a goal and then he hasn't. If anyone remembers that, that was not fun times for the flock. A lot of us got very excited about Otamendi scoring, and then it turned out he hadn't scored. Not much is currently happening in the games. There is at the moment a poll you can vote on about the Arsenal Man United game. Let me know who you think is going to win in that one. I personally think Arsenal could take it if Matic is out. Alan Arjanovic asking the question that pretty much I was just thinking about. So yeah, there is a poll for everyone to vote. Who you think is going to win between Arsenal and Man United. It'll be interesting to see what the flock thinks as far as that one's concerned. I was going to say Hazard is on 3 bonus points, according to all the sites I've looked at. TP Football Analysis with the update from Hereford. 1-0 Hereford. Well played, Hereford. TP loving life as a Hereford fan at the moment. Of course, it's expected the chat isn't going to be as active as it usually is due to everyone watching games and waiting for updates. I'm probably going to put BBC Sport Football up and then watch the live updates on there, and then every now and again go back to the chat and talk about them. Let's see what Premier League Live on BBC Sports can tell us. Apparently West Brom have come close. A let off West Brom as Crystal Palace came close. They stand off West Brom defence, stand off Wilfried Zaha. He comes racing into the box and his shot is just sent over the bar thanks to a block from Johnny Evans. 1-0 West Brom. Zerdan Shaqiri's come close to getting Stoke back in the game with Stoke versus Swansea. That's the point, actually. Do I have Norton on the pitch? Norton could still get me a clean sheet, which would be nice to see. Of course, if you want to support the stream in any way, there is the sponsor button. One more sponsor and I can start doing special emojis and badges and all that kind of fancy stuff. Also, various links in the description and new merchandise in the Teespring store. Join the Flock t-shirt. Check that out. Put a lot of work into that design. Apparently, Burnley are all over Leicester at the moment, but haven't produced any real chances. Apparently, Richarlison tried a bicycle kick, and we have a goal in... No way. We have a goal in the Spurs game. Son has scored, and it's Eriksen. Christian Eriksen, who I've literally only taken out my team last night, has got the assist. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? Of course it would be Eriksen. That just is the way. Fortunately for me, I brought in Hazard for Eriksen, so I'm okay. But seriously, Eriksen assist. What are we saying in the chat about Eriksen finally getting some points when everyone's given up on him? Ismail Mayet thinks Man United will win. Hopefully Pogba scores. If Pogba scores, I'll be a happy man. Innocent Monemo says Hazard will have 30 points as captain. And apparently in Gameweek 14 he got 34 points overall. I can't believe Eriksen has scored. Absolute joke that is. Sorry, Eriksen has got points. Arsenal somehow made the Emirates a fortress this season. I can't see United scoring, never mind winning. Marino was set up for a 0-0. Jan Eva Jacobson, thanks for joining the chat. I had Gomez from Liverpool. He is out of the team. Luckily I have Vertonghen on the bench. Etienne AB, -4 points to bring in Hazard. Have you already made your transfer for next game week? Because that's really early to be making your transfers. I'd say Hazard is worth a -4 if you're thinking about bringing him in. Alan Arjadinovic, there is fantasy football for World Cup. I'm not sure the Premier League do one, because the Premier League are just the Premier League and then they do their own fantasy football. So I think we'll have to figure out what platform to do that on. Fire Talk says Richarlison's had 2 penalty claims denied in the space of 2 minutes. And Harv Andrew has Hazard as captain, so he's, of course, very happy with himself. We've got some smug people in the chat. Apparently Liverpool have had 74% of the possession so far against Brighton. In the Tottenham game, the description I've got so far for the goal: fabulous piece of counter-attacking play. The ball was almost nowhere in the middle of the pitch. Son arriving from the left-hand side does brilliantly. I just can't believe Eriksen's gone and got points. But to be honest, to get Hazard in, it had to be Eriksen that went out, really, for me. By the way, if there is anyone in the chat that is supporting a team not in the Premier League, let me know so I can update you guys on any scores I see for them. Doesn't look like my team are playing at the moment, AFC Wimbledon. I've not actually looked at when they're playing this weekend. I don't think they are, in fact, because I think I looked about getting tickets for a game and they're not playing. Which would have been an interesting vlog if we'd managed to get that to happen. I am looking into ways to see if we can bet on games with some sort of virtual currency. Not sure what the virtual currency would get you, but something like I could give you all 100 of this virtual currency and you could bet it on games whenever we do live stream during games. I know you can do it on Twitch. I just don't think you can do it on YouTube yet, though. That's the issue. John Nolan, Spurs defence conceding again. Tisk tisk, I know. Spurs defence have been very poor recently. Borough fan, Fire Tog, playing in a later game. apparently Hereford have conceded. It's 1-1 in the Hereford game. TP Football Analysis with the update. Khan scores for Liverpool, assist from Coutinho. Not what I want to see. I have 2 players that I could use with scoring from Liverpool, Firmino and Salah, and it's neither of them. Why don't you put Man City attacking player from Chung Frankie? I did have one. The plan was to bring one in this game week, and then I was on stream last night and I made a transfer, and the transfer was Hazard and Firmino. So yes, I'm slightly worried about tomorrow's fixture because Man City are playing West Ham, and West Ham are known to be defensively poor. So the next transfer will probably be bringing back someone from City. Although with City playing Man United and the Manchester Derby next, Swansea and then Spurs. While I still think they could get points in those, I might just wait a little bit. Might look somewhere else for my transfers. But yes, I think it is a glaring weakness in my side, not having someone from... Apparently Firmino has scored. Sorry, it's bad to not have someone from Man City, but Firmino, Robert Firmino, my transfer in for Gabriel Jesus, has scored. Yes, get in. Josh96, I think you're exactly correct. It's good that we've just suddenly got the last of Hazard being a differential. The reason I brought Hazard in last night was because 9.6 people owned him. And 9.6 people owning Eden Hazard is ridiculous. Coutinho with another assist apparently. So if you've got Coutinho, well done to you. Well done is all I can say. Coutinho is lighting it up, even though he's probably going to leave at some point in the near future. Liverpool, now that they've scored 2, Liverpool could potentially go on a run of goals, which I'm hoping for. Jerome Karnhai says, came here to just tell you Firmino scored and you brought him in. I think I might be getting lucky. Firmino, I'm not sure is the best transfer I could have made, but I got all hyped up getting Hazard in, and Hazard turned out to be the right move. And to get Hazard in, I had to save money somewhere, and that's why Firmino came in. So, of course, right now I'm very, very happy. Jan Iver Jacobson, how about that Norwegian coach for Wimbledon? No offence, Jan, but Norwegians aren't my favourite people in the world because it was a Norwegian owner who bought us, and yes, he was also the one that decided we needed to move to be a big enough club, and now we're in the same league as them, so that I'm very happy about. Apparently Kane has just scored with a Son assist. Get in, Kane. That is what we needed. Captain Armband Kane getting a goal. Harv Andrews, don't be pulling my leg, please. Yeah, I'm just getting an update, TP, on the Hereford Fleetwood game. 1-1. Hopefully Hereford can get a win here today. I think you're slowly converting members of the flock to supporting Hereford. No worries, Jan. I know it wasn't you that did it, but yeah, Norwegian owners aren't my favourite. Ismail Mayet says he hasn't. Oh, Harv Andrews, you're a funny man. Don't be doing that to me, Harv. I think this is what happened last time I was streaming during games. There was a point where a bunch of you trolled me. I was looking at BT score and thought, you know what, it's not come up on there. So, very funny, mate. Stampy Longnose, I think I saw you in FPL Boss's stream. Wait for us to get some hate. probably has like 50 accounts. Hey, I don't mind half, but like Kane is close to my heart as a captain choice because he's done so well for me for so many years. I need a goal from Kane today, or we may be looking at Morata and Firmino as my strikers. You know what? An Abraham goal will do. I'm sure not many people own him. No worries, Siraj. Enjoy the game. Well done, Fan H. Fard United for Captain Hazard. Well done. Apparently Shaqiri has just scored for Stoke, so it's 1-1 in the Swansea game. My Kyle Norton clean sheet has now disappeared as well. Joe Allen, a blast from the past, getting the assist for Shaqiri. Any Shaqiri owners in the chat? Again, just an update for some of you that didn't know. I will be plugging it during this stream. We do have a new product on the FPL Today Teespring store. It is Join the Flock t-shirt, which with a pretty sick design, if I do say so myself. I'm not going to lie, I didn't draw the bird, but I did do the text. So, you know, join the flock. Let everyone know to join the flock. Show your allegiance. Kane scoring for me, I'd definitely be up in the rankings because I have Hazard, but of course I didn't captain Hazard, so... Alright, let's have a look at BBC. Is anything happening in any of the other games? By the way, I would just like to say, do quite like the female presenter on BT Sports Score. Also does Fantasy Premier League videos. I need to get a job there, man. Not to do anything with her, of course. I just would like to get a job at the Premier League. Richarlison is always an outlet for Watford, and Sanchez is facing a lot of these one-on-one situations. Sooner or later, they could get some joy. I hope Richarlison gets some joy. Apparently, Choupo-Moting is looking decent in the Stoke-Swansea game. We have Thomas McCarthy in the chat. Thank you very much for joining the chat, Thomas. Much appreciated. Viali Wright needs 2 from Kane. I need these points. I mean, I think he means points, but, you know, points are helpful too. Viatog says no defence from either team. I'm hoping that means Richarlison and Kane get a bucketful. Thank you very much, Thomas, for the friendly reminder to please like and share this stream. Ismail Mayer, I'm telling you, they need to get me on their FPL show. Maybe not on like BT's Score or anything. I'm not expecting to get on there. But they need to get me on like the FPL Fantasy Premier League show. Then we can see if Fantasy Premier League Tips uses my voice in his channel. Jerome Canhai says, Decore and Richarlison looking good. Apparently Callum Wilson has scored. Are Bournemouth even playing? I don't see Bournemouth in my lineup. So, not sure how Callum Wilson would score. Richarlison, as far as I'm aware, has not scored yet. He's got close to winning penalties, though. Well, TP, I hope you get your wish and you get to go to a big Hereford game in the Cup. By the way, I didn't ask the chat, what's everyone drinking? You may not even be drinking. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so, you know, you may leave the drinking for later. Apparently Stoke have just scored. I'm not sure who has scored for Stoke yet. It looks like Mohamed Diouf has scored for Stoke. Any owners Mohamed Diouf, a very budget striker, will be very happy. Chaos is in the chat. How you doing, my man? Good to see you in the chat. Nothing wrong with drinking water. Keep yourself hydrated, my friend. Crouch assist. I think I said something bad about Crash last night. Siraj going to get a bud. Nice, man. Although I hope it doesn't affect your studies at all. 11:30 PM. Where are you from, Farge United? Because that's late considering I'm streaming at 3. John Nolan's just eating breakfast. No offence, John, but English breakfast is the best thing in the world. Your American breakfast is, I don't get pancakes for breakfast. I don't get it. I enjoy pancakes, don't get me wrong, but for breakfast... By the way, also, if you do have a team you're supporting outside of the Premier League, let us know. We've got TP supporting Hereford today with their FA Cup game. He wants a draw so he gets to watch the replay and get a bit of Hereford history. Okay, apparently we are not having much happening in the Everton-Huddersfield game. Very quiet there. Apparently Sigurdsson's playing out wide and is being very poor on the left. I'm going to see if I can get mentioned on BBC Football. Actually, no, I won't. I'll focus on the stream, boys. Focus on the job at hand. A Siraj study for 12 hours from last 18. I'll call it a day. Fair enough. There's football on, isn't there? I think that's a good enough reason to take a break from studying. Chaos has a captain. I did call it. You went for it as well, so congratulations. Could he have scored more than 2? I didn't see the game. I was at a kid's birthday party. It's me, mate. English breakfast is too salty. Just don't put salt on it then. I'm joking. I love an English breakfast. Can't believe anyone wouldn't. Have you ever heard of Kerala Blasters from India? I've never heard of them, Alan Jason. Hereford got a striker called Drew Peacock up front. Are you going to watch Man U versus Arsenal? I am going to watch Man U versus Arsenal. I won't be streaming while that game is on. Side note, thoughts on the World Cup draw. I did cover it last night's stream. As far as England are concerned, I think we should get through that group. There are some dangerous groups in there with some decent teams, but I think our draw is decent. And apart from Belgium, we should really beat those other 2 sides. TP saying, Siraj, does your studying include analysis of everyone else's FPL problems? If it did, it'd be getting a 2-1 or a first. Although I'm sure it's probably a different grading system where he's from. Thomas McCarthy, 9% battery left. He's half a mile to nearest plug. Is anyone still playing Fantasy Draft? No, I'm not. I'm not either, mate. It was a good idea, but I just think everyone prefers just being able to pick who they need or want in their side. Chaos saying he did the Panenka penalty for his second. Proper cheeky. I mean, if he'd missed it, you'd have been livid, though. Kerala Blasters have more fans than City. Is that Man City? I'm assuming it's Man City. Sorry, I thought a goal had been scored, so I was waiting for an update on that. But no update. I think the problem with draft is it's just... I don't know, it seems to just take too much work. That was my problem with it. It was fun to do before the season started, but just to keep up with that and the normal game just seemed a bit much. I was covering my face when the penalty was given. Salah flashbacks. Siraj, my game week isn't too bad. The Hazard transfer's gone decent. The Hazard transfer was a good move. Firmino has scored, so overall I'm pretty happy. I mean, some more from Liverpool. I was hoping the floodgates were opened with 2 very quickly. Ismail Mayet, how do you actually do in Foot Champions? I've never actually played it myself. I've heard it's a very sweaty competition. I might treat myself to some FIFA while watching the game later. If the missus lets me, of course. Looks like it's half-time in the West Brom Crystal Palace game. Anyone with defenders there should be happy. Brighton Hove Albion Liverpool has reached half-time. I hope Salah scores. I hope Firmino scores again. I hope Abraham scores. Kane scoring would be nice. Richarlison scoring would be nice. Josh96, Crouchy does get some more attacking returns. I was surprised when Newcastle scored so quickly, to be fair. Come on, we need something from Captain Kane. We need something from Captain Kane. This has not been a great performance by Spurs so far. Apologies for the yawn. Didn't get as much sleep as I'd have liked. Chaos on a side note, I'd destroy you at FIFA. You probably would, mate. I'm not the best player ever. That's what I think, Elite Gamer. I could very rarely, very rarely dedicate 40 games a weekend. I just don't have that kind of time. Ismail, mate, you should give me your account password. I could open the packs on YouTube in front of people if you're that good. Siraj, I agree with you. I hope Ben Mee scores. The reason I brought in Ben Mee over Ward is because it looked like he could score. It looked like there was the potential because he kept getting shots on goal from headers, but he just hasn't done it, has he? Jerome Canhai, great transfers. Captain Hazard would have made it perfect. I will say this about Firmino. If he doesn't score some more, Jesus could have been just as good an option. We will have to wait and see. TP Football Analysis. More importantly, half-time at Hereford Fleetwood, or at Fleetwood. It's 1-1 there. Hereford were apparently 50-1 to win the game last night. I'd have put a cheeky pound on that. I kind of agree, Elite Gamer. If you can play 40 games every weekend, then like you must be a YouTuber or getting paid or something. Well, it's kind of impossible to play all 40 games, isn't it? I mean, unless you have absolutely nothing to do all weekend. I wouldn't mind even being one of these guys that just goes to the game and watches the game and reports. Like, I'd go to Stevenage Swindon. If you're watching BT Sports Score, there's this No, kind of attractive woman. No problem with women reporting on the game, just for the record, but she is attractive. That's the only reason I brought up that. She's talking about the Stephen Swindler game. I'd quite happily go to games and just talk about the game. I could talk about any football game. I love football that much. For me, I've just been doing these squad battles. Is that the right one? Not the squad builders, but the squad battles. Just because one, it's not as sweaty. Two, I can only play like 4 to 8 games a day. I think that's what it kind of sets you at. So it doesn't feel like I need to dedicate like half my life to it. And then I get packs, and then I'm just saving the packs till Team of the Year. And then hopefully I'll get some Team of the Years. Then I'll save the packs till Team of the Season. And hopefully we'll get some big names in my free packs, which I've got from Squad Battle Rewards. My team is a Brazilian team. It's half decent. It's not amazing. Tio is asking, is Kane injured? He might as well be, the amount he's scoring. Yeah, just squad battles just is less time you need to dedicate to it. And you still get packs. Maybe you don't get as good packs as FUT Champions, but you know. Team of Football Analysis is livid. Right now, they're Hereford, they're saying they're part-timers. Part-timers can do the job. They train just as hard as the full-timers, most likely. Siraj is going out to watch the United game. Good luck, Siraj. Hopefully you come home happy. Yeah, Elite Gamer, I'd agree. Squad battles can get boring, which is why I think the past 3 weeks I've not done it. But I was doing it quite religiously before that, just to get the packs. I feel like they should do some sort of like light version of FUT Champs where you don't have to play a stupid amount of games. Maybe you qualify, and you're amongst a group of players that can play it, and then you only have to play 8 games and you get matched up against random people. Maybe the prizes aren't as big, but just for people that don't have the time to play 40 games. Because I'd get bored. I can't play something for 40 games straight. I think at most I've played a full season of Football Manager in a day. And even then, that was like when I was really into it. And I don't think I could do that regularly. But to play 40 games of Ultimate Team doesn't sound like that much fun to me. Yeah, if it was 20 throughout the week, maybe they should have the qualifying period be short and then have the actual like champs bit, FUT Champs bit, 20 games over 5 days. But I doubt they'll do it because it's very popular the way it is right now. Again, just a quick plug. We do have new merchandise. Join the flock. Now on the Teespring store. Link is in the description if you want to go check that out. Show your allegiance and get some more people to join the flock. You can get them in different colours, but that's completely up to you, of course. And different types of tops you got as well. So feel free to check that out. I'm quite proud of that design. I did the text myself, so I'm very proud of that. John Nolan, I actually did a video about my opinion of Moyes at West Ham. I think it's a stupid move. I don't know what Moyes has done to prove himself as a manager. He did well at Everton, that's fine. You do have managers that do well at one club, then they move and they don't do that well. He didn't do well at United. I think that was a very tough gig to be taking anyway. I personally think not only was Moyes stupid to take it, I personally think Man United was stupid to give it to Moyes. But that's my own personal opinion on that. He then went to Spain. Forget which team he managed there. I think it was Real Sociedad. Didn't do well there. Then he took a Sunderland job, which again, I don't think he should have taken that job. I also don't think he should have taken the West Ham job. I don't think he's the right man to sort it out. And I think it could be a sinking ship. And he doesn't seem to make the best decisions as far as which jobs he takes. And if he can't even make the best decision about the jobs he takes, how is he meant to make the best decisions as a manager? So I don't have much faith, if I'm completely honest. what I may do is turn up, because then I'm going to hear more. I may put my headphones into my iPad, which has BT Score on, and then I can turn it up a little bit, and you won't hear all the noise if I turn it up. I think this is what I did when we watched the Community Shield live. So there we go. I may talk a bit too loud now, but at least I can hear what's going on. We have the bonus points coming in for some of the games as well. Chaos has heard Teespring aren't the best quality. I have picked different types of tops, so some of them should hopefully be better quality. It kind of works a bit easier than Spreadshirt for me, but I am looking at Amazon as well, actually. I may look at Amazon as my supplier. I've heard they now do a t-shirt thing, but I'm not sure what the quality is like for them. Do I like Gareth Southgate as England boss? Again, not really. I feel like we had this myth that we needed English managers. Then we didn't do it for a while. And to be fair, Capello and Ericsson didn't do too bad. Then we decided, oh, we need an England man in charge again. And I don't think it's really worked. I feel like just get the best man for the job. Let's forget about having to have an Englishman as England manager. If the right man comes up, then yes, it's a great thing to have an Englishman in charge of England. But I think it's much better to have the best manager possible in charge than the one with the right nationality. Chaos, I heard Teespring aren't the best. Oh, I've already answered that. Okay, yes, I had. This one is actually from Spreadshirt. To be honest, it's lasted all right. I mean, this design was made about a year ago, and I've worn it quite a lot since. It's not too bad. It depends what kind of quality shirt you like. I prefer cotton, personally, because I feel like the sporty types shirts, in summer, you just absolutely can stink in them. So that's my own personal opinion. Chaos, to be honest, Teespring probably isn't amazing. One day I would hope to launch my own merchandise, where I'd actually just send stuff out myself. Maybe pay a friend to be the one that sends stuff over. So, you know, eventually I would like to get to a point where you got really quality merchandise. But right now, I'm not really at the size or have the time to do that myself. If I had the income to maybe invest in something like that, maybe. Dom J, you sobered up since last night? Yes, I have sobered up. I wasn't actually that hungover this morning, believe it or not. Rooks, Nav, Kane. Why pick Kane over Aguero? Kane is nailed on. Aguero isn't. Aguero could be dropped to the bench. He could start. He could start alongside Jesus. We don't know what Pep does with that side. That is why Kane is still there. Kane is almost on his last legs, though. We kind of need him to have a good second half, or at least score one again for me to give him a bit longer. Dom J, Captain Hazard, and brought Morata in. Well done, Dom J. Great start to your season. I'm actually going to look at how I'm doing live, and I'm going to have a look at the... First, I'll update you on the bonus points as they stand. So, in the West Brom versus Crystal Palace game, as they stand, Townsend is going to get 3 bonus points. Foster is going to get 2. If Foster gets a clean sheet, now I've taken him out, I'm going to be livid. Speroni, Neom, and Milivojevic are all joint on 1 bonus point. As far as the Watford Spurs game, Kabasele is on 3 bonus points. Ericsson on 2, which I'm livid about. And then Dembele is actually on 1 bonus point. The Leicester-Burnley game, which is currently 1-0 to Leicester. Gray is on 3 bonus points. 2 for Mahrez and 1 for Bardsley. And then Stoke-Swansea, Diouf is on 3 bonus points. Bonnie on 2. Shaqiri on 1. And then Everton-Huddersfield, which is 0-0. Aaron Moy is on 3 bonus points. And then 2 bonus points for Pickford. Lossell, which is the Brighton keeper, Huddersfield keeper, and Lennon. And then the Liverpool game, Can is on 3 bonus points, Coutinho on 2, and Firmino is on 1 as it stands. But that, of course, will be changing. So we'll see about that. And what we'll do is I'm going to tweet out the stream. Feel free to share the stream. Let people know about joining the flock. Apologies for the sudden silence, but yeah, I can't type and talk. I can actually, but I've never really been good at typing and streaming. Oh, didn't know there's a Fantasy Premier League bit in the BT Sports score. This is quite good. It's the woman that does the show as well talking. This is my bit. I should be on this. Actually talking about transfers as well. That was a nice little bit. Okay, so we tweeted out the stream. Hopefully that sends. There we go. Back to the chat. If anyone's interested in the draft, Junior Clark has a draft going. To be honest, a lot of us aren't really into the draft in this chat. Mate, I want to get a job at BT Sport. I have looked at trying to apply. Raman, best keeper for 4.7 or under. I'd say Nick Pope, but they haven't got a clean sheet in a while, to be fair. Was it defender you asked, yeah? Best keeper. I mean, Fabianski is the one that is getting the most regular return of points. You've got Huddersfield's keeper who's doing pretty well. Nick Pope is doing well. Matthew Ryan from Brighton Hove Albion. Even Begovic you could consider because they have had a decent run of fixtures. But those are the ones I'd look at as far as a cheap goalkeeper. 4.7 million or under. On a Rebel, Captain Hazard. Well done, my friend. Well done. Sorry, let me update you on the scores then. The current scores as they stand. Chelsea, Newcastle was finished. Thomas McCarthy, it was 3-1. Everton, Huddersfield, 0-0. Stoke, Swansea is 2-1 to Stoke. West Brom, Crystal Palace is 0-0. Brighton Hove Albion versus Liverpool, 2-0 Liverpool. Leicester, Burnley is 1-0 to Leicester. And Watford, Spurs is 1 apiece. So those are the scores as they stand. We do have 4 of the games kicking off. Still waiting for Leicester, Burnley and Everton Huddersfield to kick off again. But there you go. Apparently a great save by someone. Big chance of Brighton to get one back in the Brighton-Liverpool game. Salah has assisted Firmino. Get in. Get in. Boys, Firmino second. What a transfer. What a drunk transfer for the record. But Salah now gets points as well. Get in. And we have a new subscriber joining the flock. Thank you so much for joining the flock. Subin, Bandari. Everything is happening at once. Get in. I could be having a good game week as well, boys. I need Kane to score. I need Kane to score now. You could also just check the FPL website. Dude. Junior Clark, the problem is, like, we all just got bored of it. We played it, we made teams, and then it was just like, you know, whatever. Just, it takes too long. I've not even really tried to make a transfer. I just don't care. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's a decent game, but I'm much rather play the normal game. The Chrissy 95, when you bring Coutinho and vice-captain him and Captain Kane, FML. We have another subscriber. Rahman has just joined the flock. Thank you so much for joining the flock. Can we get some birds in the chat for the 2 newest members of the flock? We are growing day by day. Everton have just scored as well. 1-0 Everton. Has Sigurdsson proven me wrong? I was saying Sigurdsson was being very quiet in the game. Apparently goal from Gylfi Sigurdsson. So well done to Gylfi Sigurdsson. Finally getting some returns there. Any tips for the new squad? I'm using my wild card. Tips would be to load up on your midfield, Lennart van der Pas. The points seem to be in midfield more than up front. So if you look at up front, it's hard to pick the best player to have up front. Whereas there's Hazard in midfield, there's Pogba in midfield, there's Salah in midfield, there's Richarlison, there's Grosh. So, you know, I would say load up on your midfield. Calvert-Lewin looks like he's going to be nailed on at Everton. He might be an option up front as a cheap striker that would enable you to have some really good midfielders as well. So that would be my tips. Drunk JNO isn't doing too bad, to be fair. Maybe it's just birthday luck. My birthday on Monday, like I've already said. Brighton have a penalty now. And to be honest, Jermaine Genius doesn't know why there's a penalty. I'm presuming Murray took it if he was on. If you still have Glenn Murray has scored. Junior Clark is bringing in Salah and Firmino. Firetog has Dunk auto-subbing in for 0 points. Alright, Thomas McCarthy, catch you later, mate. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Calvert-Lewin assist for Chaos. Get Hazard, Salah and Sterling, says Junior Clark. Firetog wants Niasse not to play because then Murray comes on. Sanchez sent off. Is that Davison Sanchez? Wow. If Spurs are a joke. Is it a penalty for Watford? Okay, apparently it shouldn't have been a red from what Robbie Savage says. Apparently, Davison Sanchez and Richarlison are battling for the ball, and the ref thinks he's swung his elbow at him instead of putting his arm out. Davison Sanchez has been sent off. This is risky. Fire Talk says it was an elbow in the face, but the BT Sports score guys are saying it wasn't an elbow. So what is Graham Pole saying? Graham Pole is saying red card as well. Alright, I need some points from Richarlison or Kane. TP Football Analysis taking the mick out of Graham Pole. I don't have Sky Sports, unfortunately. If I had Sky Sports, I would be watching Sky Sports instead. I do like BT because they're kind of connected to the Fantasy Premier League as far as the people that do the stuff on the website as well. But yeah. And I like Jermaine Genius, to be fair to Jermaine. I think Jermaine's quite cool. Robbie Savage, fair enough. I get your point there. Chaos, you have a good point about Robbie Savage. I think Robbie Savage is one of the most overrated pundits easily. Don't get me wrong, as a player, he was a workhorse, but I don't think he's a football panelist or an analyst at all. Neither's Michael Owen, to be fair. I'd probably keep someone cheap in Tammy Abraham's position, the Chrissy 95. I'm looking at Calvert-Lewin now. Looks like he's going to be in favour at Everton to load up my midfield. My next one I want to really upgrade is Tom Carroll. Yeah, Chaos. Robbie Savage is a joke. Graham Pole says it shouldn't have been a penalty for Brighton Hove Albion against Liverpool. I have no idea, Chaos. I've not actually looked at his hair. I kind of switch off. Sorry, I'm just listening to the analysis of the sending off for Davinson Sanchez and also the penalty decision for Brighton and Liverpool. Okay, she's the Twitter analyst by the looks of it. We have another new subscriber. Best of IT Aesthetic has just joined the flock. Can we get some birds in the chat? 3 subscribers while we've been streaming today. Junior Clark has 38 points from only 3 matches so far. Well done, Junior Clark. Sane won't play today because Manchester City's game is tomorrow. Upgrading Pope to Courtois when Chelsea have like 4 game runs of easy games. You know what? Chelsea are conceding against small teams. If I was going to spend that much on a keeper, I'd go David De Gea. Man, it's kicking off on BT. They're really arguing. As far as I'm aware, Sane is possible to play. He did have an illness, which meant he didn't play for the last game, I believe. But from what Pep Guardiola said, he should be okay by this Sunday. So he should probably start, but he may get rested one more. We're not 100% sure on that, though. The Chrissy 95, Courtois 4.5, 5.4. De Gea is 5.8. But I think if I'm spending 5.4, I don't mind going up to 5.8. There's a reason I go for 4.5 million keepers. Chaos has a point. Asking about Pep's lineup. Who knows what Pep's going to do? I've tried to guess what Pep's been saying, or tried to guess Pep's lineup since game week 1, and I've not been doing that well. I like that comment. BT Sport need Chris Kamara. Chris Kamara is a legend. Seriously, I've heard nothing absolutely nothing from the Spurs game. This is getting annoying. Apart from that red card, nothing has come out of this Spurs game. Chaos. Pep's the kind of manager that will find someone that isn't in the Fantasy Premier League and start him up front just to screw us all over. Alright, it's advert time, so won't be hearing anything from BT Sports Score. Julia Clark, stop rubbing in the fact that I didn't captain Hazard. If I'd got online this morning, I might have captained him. I'm going to have a look at my Game Week live score as it stands. This does try and take into account bonus points. It's from Fantasy Football Fix. Go check out their website. Fantasy Football Fix is a great website. I use Fantasy Football Scout for most things, but their app for Game Week Live is pretty good to know how you're doing live as the Game Week is going on. Grocer's letting you down. To be honest, they are playing Liverpool. And you never know which Liverpool are going to show up. Okay, so far I have Hazard on 15 points. Salah's only on 4 because of the assist. Richarlison's on 1. Firmino is on 12, so I've got 2 players over 10-point hauls. I need something from Abraham, Kane, Richarlison. Some more from Salah would be good. A Davis assist would be nice, or goal. Or something from Norton would also be pretty sick. But right now I'm on 39 points, and the average apparently is 15. So you know what? If you look at that live rank, if I can get this in focus properly, might not be able to. It's that number there. That would be almost halving my rank if I can get it in focus. But yeah, sorry, I don't think that focused at any point. But it's saying I could be at 170k, which would be pretty good. That is a meaty phone case. I have a daughter that throws this, so I need a meaty phone case. Mate, it's a good game week, this game week. I do sometimes know what I'm talking about. I know there have been game weeks where I've been looking pretty bad, but I feel like the 2 players I brought in this game week have worked. They've worked really well. So yeah, you know, pat myself on the back. Glad I streamed live during the game week. Chaos using FPL Discovery. I've never used them. Sounds like a good site if it's showing you live scores. Chaos, quote me on Twitter. I do sometimes know what I'm talking about. I'm clawing my way back up, man. Clawing my way back up. That, you could use that as a GIF as well. I don't know what you'd use it for. To be honest, we're not having a on-fire stream like we have been having recently. But to be fair, a lot of people enjoying games, going pub, all that kind of stuff. It's their weekend off. So I'm not expecting loads of viewers, but, you know, keep the momentum of the stream going. Apparently, Decore has hit the post. See this guy? He's already messed up the update from Forest Green and Exeter. I should be on there. I should be at Forest Green. Ah. Robbie Savage has just reacted to Decore hitting the post. Okay, I've never looked at FPL Discovery Chaos, so I might check it out. I agree. No one needs Spurs defenders right now. Spurs are usually quite good defensively, but they've been really poor recently. Elite Gamer, we're watching the same thing. I am watching it on my iPad, so I'm slightly behind if I've been watching it on my TV in the sitting room. Come on, Richarlison. If Spurs are doing that badly, I need a Richarlison goal. Come on, we've got about half an hour in these games left. Need something to happen. Monreal in for Davis is not a bad shout. Elite Gamer, definitely agree. Come on, Salah. We've relied on you for so long. We need something from you. Assist is decent. It's still a return, but we need more. Apparently, Mohamed Salah has missed a chance. Apparently Salah has messed up a chance, which is really disappointing to hear. Come on, Kane. Come on, Salah. Come on, Richarlison. Come on, Tom Carroll. That would be mad. And in fact, I think Tom Carroll's on my bench, so I don't think I want Tom Carroll to score. I want Abraham to score, I think. Yeah, Abraham goal would be immense. Richarlison would be nice. Satin from Mohamed Salah. Anything from Norton or Davis. A Pope assist. Come on. Come on, Scott Pope. Nick. I've done it again. How many points am I currently on? I think the live... what have I done with my phone? My app's live points. That's including what they're currently forecasting bonus points to be. Is... should I make drunk transfers from now on? Okay, I have dropped in ranking slightly, but it says I'm on 46 so far for the game week, with an average being at 29 points at the moment. So, or sorry, that's the top 1,000 average. The average for the whole game is 24. So at the moment, I'm almost breaking the top 200k. Apparently Liverpool close again, offside called, and they hit the post. Viatox says Kane opening the box and a dreadful cross by Trippier. Thank you very much, Alan Arjadinovic. I think part of that is luck. I think Firmino and Hazard being brought in was luck. But I looked at the fixtures. I thought Liverpool have a good run. I need a Chelsea player. Fair enough. I don't have Man City players. So my rank will drop when Man City play West Ham tomorrow. The app I'm using, Viali right, is Fantasy Football Fix. It has calmed down now, not much happening. Waiting for something more from the Liverpool game potentially. The Watford Spurs game seemed to die down a lot. Firetog on 45 points as it stands. Yeah, Sterling and De Bruyne could do really well tomorrow. It is West Ham. But knowing West Ham, they're the type of side that will suddenly put in a good defensive performance against Man City and be rubbish against everyone else. Ismail May, it includes bonus points as they are live, but of course that can change very quickly. Salah and Abraham scoring, and I'd riot. No offence, John Hartson is awful. I've just watched John Hartson try and analyse the game, and it was just awful. Apparently Vertonghen has now been booked. Spurs defence looking very shady. The thing is, right now Spurs are holding on by the sounds of it against Watford. Oh, you remember, Chaos? Last night, I made the transfer thinking it was the right move, and then when I suddenly realised I didn't have Man City coverage, I was like, I've messed up royally. This isn't going too bad so far. Prakash Rao, I always suggest things and then do something different. The reason I haven't captained Hazard is purely because I didn't get on this morning to change it from Kane to Hazard. And last night when I was slightly inebriated, I didn't make the change of captain then. I still feel like Kane could get a big game week score, but yes, I should have changed my captain. I would have been right to put it on Hazard, and I've not been on the Reddit recently, Chaos. Why? Is there anything I should have been on there for? I feel like I've left it purely because I was getting so much hate from there, and I don't like spamming it too much. You know, maybe they would get involved in the stream and such. There are some decent guys there, but no, I've not been over there recently. I did facepalm so hard. I'm still worried about tomorrow, to be fair. The plus side is, the two transfers I made, unless a Man City player does better than Hazard or Firmino, I'm okay. If Jesus scores a lot more, but no other Man City player scores more than Hazard, I'm okay. Because Firmino is brought in to allow for Hazard. Apparently big chance for Glenn Murray. Okay, we got about 20 minutes left for something to happen. Apparently Ziegler's been booked according to Firetog. Apparently Spurs did have a chance coming up just then, but failed to put it away. Sorry, just a message from the missus. In Doggo we trust. Might have to look into that, because if it keeps working, I'm going to be losing points to these people trusting the dog. I mean, Kane last week wasn't the best pick, but it was a bad game week in general, so Kane was okay. 39 points so far is good. Do you know a game called UFL? Is that Ultimate Fantasy League? I don't personally know it. Can Juice score another? I don't know. Lamella coming on. Who's Lamella coming on for? Better not be Kane. Okay, actually, let's go, because I don't think I'll get in trouble for doing this. Okay, wait a minute. Before I do that, Manchester United lineup and Arsenal lineup. We've got Arsenal, got Cech, Monreal, Mustafi, Koscielny, Kolasinac, Bellerin, Ramsey, Xhaka, Sanchez, Lacazette and Özil. That is the Arsenal lineup. And then the Man United lineup is De Gea, Rojo, Smalling, Lindelof. Not too big a fan of Lindelof. But Valencia, Young, Matic, Pogba. Matic is playing. Lingard, Lukaku and Martial. Rashford is not starting, which is massive for people that have Rashford. Surprised he's not starting. So anyway, sorry, the Fantasy Football Reddit. You can see how long I haven't been on it for. I'm not even logged in anymore. There we go. So, subreddits. There we go. My dog has unfortunate news for you guys. Oh, well. You're all idiots. So, is that... Have you just trolled me royally? Is there no other actual post of him? Oh, no, there are posts. Dog has chosen Hazard. I don't have a dog. I can maybe use my daughter. But that is quite cool. I do like that. Oh, by the way, just while we're here, new merchandise on the Teespring store. Join the flock. New design by me and artist. Calvert-Lewin with a goal. Rooney with assist. If anyone's brought in Calvert-Lewin or Rooney, you are going to be very, very happy with yourself right now. Calvert-Lewin has gone and bagged a goal. 17 points isn't great, to be fair, Thomas, unfortunately. 39 points is. Chaos happy. Goal and assist. Rooney and Calvert-Lewin by the looks of it. Oh no, goal and assist for Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, I got the right dog eventually, I think. I got him picking Hazard anyway. Yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying that Calvert-Lewin would have been someone I consider for Abraham. I need someone to get me some more points. Don't worry, I'm having a decent game week so far, but one of these guys to get me something would be good. I like how they argue on BT Sport score. Apparently Mohamed Salah has come off. Disappointing. I'll have a look at it at the end of the stream, Chaos. I'm kind of praying for something to happen. I could use some more points. Paul Merson is definitely a whack job. I don't think he's on Sky Sports, isn't he, though? So, Elite Gamer should have captained Salah. Fire Tog, I agree. And yes, Hazard, you should have captained Hazard. I could have got away with captaining Firmino, to be fair. By the way, as we're to a break, nothing seems to be happening. Of course, guys, if you want to support the stream in any way, there's various links in the description, as well as you can sponsor the stream and join Blessing Arolo as a sponsor of the stream. Any support is greatly appreciated. And we do have new merchandise in the FPL Today store. We've got the Join the Flock t-shirt, which I'm quite proud of, to be fair. I will be getting 1 or 2 myself to wear around. Nice way to kind of show your allegiance, not only to the stream, but to the channel, because thanks to Jeff Holt, we are going with that as the name for you guys that are supporters of the channel. Alan Jameson, shout out to his strikers, Giu, Firmino and Morata. Bet you're having a good game week. Chamberlain for Salah. Chamberlain's kind of gone to Liverpool to still be a bit part player. So he's left Arsenal where he was a bit part player, and now he's a bit part player where he's gone. Alan Jason has joined the flock. Thank you so much. Can we get some birds in the chat for Alan Jason? Been in the chat for a while, but now he's a member of the flock. Thank you so much for subscribing. Elite Gamer, if you captain Salah for the last 6 game weeks, you're still in the plus. He's scored so many points the last 6 game weeks, you're laughing. Apparently Capui's had a shot staved. As far as I'm aware, Crouch hasn't been subbed off, but I don't know for definite. Lacazette is starting. We just went over the Arsenal and Man City lineups. Marcus Rashford not playing is the big news for a lot of FPL managers. Looks like Rashford and Martial are not nailed on enough to be certain they will play. I'm hoping for some points from Pogba, but I can see Arsenal winning this one. That's my call on this game. As far as the polls go, I don't know if I can see the results just yet. Yeah, I can't see it without like doing something crazy to it. Can I view it this way? Potentially. It's just showing me my vote only. So Sean Stowe, who should I take out of my midfield to make way for Hazard? Out of Salah, Sterling, Gross, Richarlison or Ruben Loftus-Cheek? I mean, Salah, Sterling, Gross, Richarlison are good. Potentially, if you get a cheaper striker, you can then afford Hazard. I would say Salah you need to keep. I mean, Sterling has been really good. Even not starting every game, he's still being really good. So I'm not sure I'd get rid of Sterling, which would leave Gross or Richarlison, because I don't see how you can take out Ruben Loftus-Cheek and still afford Hazard. As far as my points total so far, if I have a look how it's updated so far, live, to be honest, I'm very close to taking Kane out. If he doesn't do anything today, I just feel like he will start scoring. But if I just do that the whole season and he doesn't, I'm going to be absolutely livid with myself, aren't I? I feel like Morata is the one to have. Guys, all pray for TP Football Analysis and Hereford holding on to a draw. It means that TP will get to go watch Hereford in this round of the FA Cup. Potentially go through to the third round of the FA Cup, which would be huge. Right now, my points is 46 points. The average is 25, with the top 1,000 on an average of 30, apparently. Firetog says Kane hasn't had a shot on target. Kane has been very disappointing. Very, very, very disappointing. I'm kind of sitting back now because it's getting near to the end now. Maybe 15 minutes and left in some games, but apparently 83 minutes played in the Spurs game and Kane's done absolutely nothing. Really should have put my captains on, man. I could have put it on Salah and got more points. That's the problem. There is really no premium price strikers to go for. Morata is the only one that I'd consider good enough. And that's the thing. I feel the same, Chaos. I feel like if I take him out, but I need to stop captaining him. And you watch, I'll stop captaining him and he'll score a hat-trick as well. So, sorry if you are not a fan of me relaxing a bit. But whilst I woke up not feeling too rough, to be fair, I also didn't get as much sleep as I potentially should have got last night. As far as Man City mid, I would say De Bruyne is the most nailed on, Alan Jason, but I feel like Sterling might still get more points either way, which is surprising. I think Sterling just keeps proving himself. Ali is off, Winks is on. Winks, go and assist Harry Kane for me. TP Football Analysis messaging Hereford striker telling him to try harder on Instagram. Liverpool have a free kick with Coutinho. Ericsson is the worst from Junior Clark. Chaos stopped captaining Kane and it worked out. Wish I'd done the same. I would have if I'd... Coutinho's apparently scored. Anyone captaining Coutinho? Quinton Jansen, 39 points so far is not bad at all. Who got the assist though? That's what I want to know. Did Firmino get the assist? Apparently it's a free kick that he hit underneath the wall. Keen on for Rooney. That's a bit disappointing, isn't it? No assist. So Coutinho scored. If you have Coutinho, you're a very happy man right now. I was hoping Firmino might have got the assist there. Yeah, Josh96. It may work out for me this game week, but I don't think not having a Man City attacking player is a wise move moving forward. Yeah, sorry for not talking much, but I'm not sure what to talk about. There's not many questions coming in. Can't really talk about FPL because this is something we're trying out, and I said it would be a bit more relaxed. But not much to analyse, is there? Own goal Brighton, apparently. Firmino assist. That would be nice. Coutinho assist. Who has Coutinho? Put your hands up. Put your hands up for Detroit. You love Coutinho. Lewis Dunk own goal. Coutinho with like 100 points this game week. If you captain him, 200 points. Seriously, Coutinho's doing bits right now. To be honest, yeah, the BT Sports Scorer just said Lewis Dunk has scored own goals against City, United and Liverpool. The big teams are paying Lewis Dunk off. Elite Gamer with Coutinho. You lucky, lucky guy, Elite. If you had captained Coutinho, you'd have been laughing. Absolutely laughing. Coutinho and Salah this game week is inspired. 21 points is still epic, the Chrissy 95. But yeah, you'd have liked 42 points. Would have been better. Hereford apparently took 1,000 fans to Lancashire for the Fleetwood game. They're still 1-1. I think we should wait for TP to come back in and being like, get in. Firetog, Dunk auto-subbing in for him. Firetog, I feel sorry for you. I'm looking forward to TP coming back if this scoreline stays the same for Hereford. That would be very, very interesting to see how happy he is. Only 5.20 Coutinho, even better differential than Hazard. Apparently Fleetwood have hit the post, but at the moment it still stands as 1-1. So come on, Hereford. Get that replay for TP. TP. That's a blimmin' 10 for Indians, isn't it? Richarlison goal! You don't troll me, Elite. Elite, you don't do that to me. Elite Gamer, you've hurt my feelings. Oh, I was well happy when you said that. Grr. Elite Gamer, you proper trolled me then. You got my hopes up. You really got my hopes up. I think this is going to be a case, isn't it? Liam Shaw, jog on. Jog on, Liam. Chaos, he's doing it all in fun and jest, but yeah, you hurt my feelings sometimes. This is FPL. You understand how seriously I take this, right? I run a YouTube channel on this. I literally look at stats all day, and then you troll me with scores. And I've heard nothing about Abraham Liam Shaw, so yeah, jog on with that. You watch, Abraham's going to come up as a scorer now. Josh96 says, Dunk has got me -2. It can't get worse than that. It's alright, Alan. It's my own fault. I would have changed to Hazard if I'd actually thought about it properly this morning. Yeah, you got to understand. You play with FPL managers' emotions like that. Because another goal from like someone like that would be epic. It's full time apparently. West Brom Palace. Liverpool have apparently won. Apparently that game's over. Clear handball turned down for Watford, according to Firetog. Thank you very much, Elite Gamer, for subbing and liking. Robbie Savage is going nuts about that handball, by the way, Firetog. Apparently full-time Watford Tottenham. To be honest, Chaos, the wife needs my help with something, so I won't be streaming for much longer. Full-time Watford Spurs. Fire Talk says definitely a penalty. Bit livid there, because if Richarlison would have got the assist for that. Everton, Huddersfield, Brighton, Hove Albion, Liverpool both ended. So 5-1 to Liverpool against Brighton, Hove Albion. Everton won 2-0. I think Arsenal will win 1-0. My prediction is Arsenal to win 1-0. By the way, quick poll. Hopefully you guys will vote on it. So we have a new poll. What do you think of streams during games? And TP is back full-time at Fleetwood. There is a replay, which I'm sure TP will be going to. Very happy for you, mate. Very happy that you're going to be getting to go to a game that could be big history for Hereford. But yeah, I think Arsenal will win 1-0. Junior Clark, don't rub it in, man. Don't rub it in. That hurts. Captain Kane, he's let me down again. Do you get the assist on a handball? I'm not sure, to be honest. I think you do if you get fouled and it's a penalty. But I doubt Richarlison would have taken a penalty, would he? So maybe I wouldn't have got any points, but never mind. Do I think Southampton will keep a clean sheet against Bournemouth? Potentially. TP says he did really bad at FPL, but right now he doesn't care. Apologies, Chaos, if you don't see the votes, the polls. Not sure why they don't. Okay, it's full-time Stoke Swansea as well. So, guys, I do have stuff to do, unfortunately. The wife is calling me. Got some stuff to move and everything. She's asked if I finish the stream. So, guys, thank you so much for joining the stream, as always. If you want to support the channel, you can, of course, sponsor to the stream. You can support the channel in various other ways with links in the description. And then, also, we do have a new merchandise product. If you want to be part of the flock and want to let everyone know to join the flock, we do have new merchandise with a new mascot and join the flock text, which I did myself. So I'm quite proud of this, to be fair. Hopefully it turns out really, really good. I will be buying it myself, so I will let you guys see it up close and personal. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. I will see you all later. Next stream, don't know for definite. I don't think it's going to be Monday, unfortunately, because I think I've got a late shift. So it might be Tuesday would be the next time I'm streaming. But again, I'm going to start notifying on YouTube should come in your subscription box, where I will say when I'm streaming next. So hopefully everyone that likes to get involved on the streams will see it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It has been an absolute pleasure spending the 3 o'clock fixtures with you. Thank God I brought in Firmino and Hazard, because it's done really well for me. I've been JNO. This has been FPL Today. And remember, tell everyone to join the flock.